Hey, I'm Mary. I have currently been home alone for a whole week. I have bright red hair, braces, and I am slightly very short, but it doesn't bother me. My parents went on a mini vacation to relax for a while. Yes, I am only 14 years old, but I don't really mind it. I usually always take care of myself until that one day alone, November 13th.
It all began on the second day on a Friday night. I was trying to watch a scary movie since it was raining and it felt so cozy, but it turned out to be a strong thunderstorm and the signal went out. Instead, I decided to read books, of course scary books. Why not, right? At first I had this feeling as if someone was watching me, but I decided not to think too much of it. After all, I had already spent one whole day alone. I was looking through the big shelf of books my parents had in their office, but while I searched to find the perfect book, I thought I saw something else in the corner of my eye, someone on the other side of the shelf.
I tried to see more, but I got distracted by the loud thunder, which made me snap out of it. I looked back as quickly as I could, but nothing was there. Nothing. I kept looking through the shelf until I found the right one, the living doll. When I saw the cover of the book, it was a doll who had the same characteristics as me. I thought it was pretty cool to have a book that I could see as a mirror of me. I prepared some popcorn and a drink and got cozy with lots of blankets. I flipped the page and got ready to start reading.
A few minutes passed by of me reading, and I slowly started noticing something. Once the doll turned into a living person in the book, every little thing she did was described exactly like everything I do.
I started hallucinating, and for 1 second, I thought I saw the doll looking at me. Yes, in the book. I started rubbing my eyes, and everything was normal. At this point, I was freaking out a lot. I tried calling my parents, but there was yet no signal. I wanted to finish reading the book, but everything changed. Now it turns out the doll was on the couch with popcorn, blankets, and a drink, reading a book, just like me.
I threw away the book and went to try to sleep even though it was very hard. I eventually dozed away. The next morning, when I woke up on November 14th, the unbelievable happened. I wasn't able to move any part of my body as hard as I tried. It seemed as if I wasn't real. I wasn't sure, but I thought something or someone else was taking over my body.
Automatically, I went straight to the restroom and looked in the mirror. I did not look like myself. I looked more like a doll. Then it hit me. A doll obviously took over my body. I started thinking it was the doll from the book. I know it sounds crazy and I couldn't even believe it, but it only made sense. My parents had got that book from a haunted cabin in a forest, but never in my life had I imagined it would do something like this.
I went outside my backyard, where my family usually never went, and all of a sudden I felt dizzy and collapsed to the ground. The last thing I heard was my parents saying,
Mary? Mary, where are you?
I managed to control myself and had the doll leave my body, but something was calling me and my parents to the woods nearby. We followed the voice and our instincts, but we should have never gone.
We went through this creepy path with dead flowers leading us towards a doll.
After some investigating, they found out she had gotten possessed as well as her family.
She had been missing ever since, and now her ghost roams around that same forest her parents had once bought the book. In fact, she is a doll for sale.